I remember seeing prison for the first time. It just comes out of nowhere. It like cuts across the landscape, especially in Colorado where we just have beautiful natural things everywhere. Just to see a giant gray building surrounded by sharp metal wire is strange. It's surreal. It's like something out of a science fiction movie. Ultimately, there's nothing any prison can do to contain a virus. There's a lot of at-risk people in the prison system, and because of the way prisons are set up, everybody lives on top of each other, and the idea of social distancing in a prison is ridiculous. I remember at one point counting 7 people in my immediate living area that probably would have died just because of their health.
Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
Is it you?
Hey!
Hey!
Sister!
How you be?
I'm okay. I'm alive.
PJ, he's one of 150 inmates in the state of Colorado, which has 16,000 total, to be released early due to COVID-19. So he was supposed to see parole in late May, and then his mandatory release date was later in August. So he's getting released a few months early. They're releasing people early during the crisis because it's virtually impossible to social distance in prison. PJ described it as there's 150 men in a single pod. You know, you have maybe 3 square feet to yourself at any given time. So they've had outbreaks in Sterling, outbreaks in Buena Vista. They're trying to do what they can to mitigate before it becomes something that's hard to control. I told my parents it was really important that they don't come near PJ, don't hug him, 6-foot distance, and face masks at all times, because I knew their tendency would be to ignore the protocol. But my dad is in his late 60s, so I've been trying to ease them into the idea, and every time we've talked about it, they've started crying. And it's just been really hard for them.
This morning, I woke up early and I knew it was today. You know, I knew I was getting out today.
So when we arrived this morning, we parked in the parking lot and waited for probably 45 minutes.
So the day now I'm losing it already. The day we prayed for, hoped for, wished for, doubted would ever come is here. And I'm filled with joy and my heart soars with the eagles. Because my hero is coming home.
I almost did not come because I thought I actually would lose it, and I wasn't sure it was appropriate because I can't hug him and it feels... Okay, here we go.
Got ya.
Unnatural not to be able to hug my son.
I saw my family through the window of the bus and just started to tear up right there.
This has to be him.
I thought it was just going to be my sister, and to see my parents there was just like, oh my gosh, you know.
That's my son.
You know, when you haven't seen your brother for years, the first thing you want to do is give him a hug. I've been like sanitizing my credit card when I get home from the store and all the things you're supposed to be doing. But it just felt like in that moment, like if I get it, I get it. And I just want to give my brother a hug.
Your license plate says live free or die. What the hell?
Oh my gosh, what have you done to your body?
A lot. I know you raised me.
I gave you organic food. I nursed you for 2 years.
Goat milk. Yeah, I know.
This is the first time in 2 years that I didn't have anybody telling me what to do. It's like this big weight that you're just carrying around. You just let it go.
Hey, you're still my hero.
So that's Centennial Correctional Facility. It's a maximum security state penitentiary, and what they're doing now is using that facility as the intake and release center, because the facilities that they were doing that from were not deemed capable of handling a health risk. And that's also where they're quarantining inmates who are traveling to and from Sterling and Buena Vista, where they have outbreaks of COVID-19. I spent 2 days there, came from Crowley, and yeah, I'm free.
Do you have like something you've been like thinking about that you want to do like as soon as you get out?
Yeah, I want to eat a whole crate of avocados. I've been thinking that for like a year. Like I don't even need to cook these things. I will straight up tear the skin off and eat the avocado. So I'm ready.
Oh, face mask.
Yeah.
Got the DOC mask.
Ooh, get that away from me.
I know, right?
There you go. To limit our interactions during the next 2 weeks, we're going to stay on separate levels of the house. I spent hours and hours and hours cleaning and getting the whole basement set up for him. You know, it's not just that he needs a room, he needs like a little kitchen and a little place to hang out that's separate from all of us.
You come from an environment where you're told what to wear, where to be, and then come to an environment where my sister has just created a space like specifically for me. It's a complete opposite, complete flip.
And your
This is Grandma's chair.
That's all I got for you.
No, you have no idea. This is the chair I used to sit in down here.
I tried
It's
to
perfect.
clean it and it didn't
You
work.
can't. No, you can't clean this chair.
That's all you got.
That's good enough, man.
If we're anywhere near each other, we'll be wearing a mask, even though we hugged to start everything off. But from now on, we'll try really hard to do everything properly.
Buddy, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, that's a good boy.
I'm a little bit nervous about him being here, but I have health insurance. I don't have any pre-existing conditions. At the end of the day, you know, it's better for me to be at risk than for my parents to be at risk, so.
Not being able to see my parents for 2 weeks is definitely the hardest part of this experience. They supported me throughout my entire incarceration. So being there and being a changed person and being a positive person and trying to help them live is the best way I can repay that. My experience with doing prison time should make this quarantine really, really easy. And I actually think it's a good thing for some people. It shows you what you're made of when you're completely isolated. What do you do with your time? Do you make something of it or do you waste it? And since being in prison, I've written 100 pages. I've learned how to draw. Denver has an amazing art scene, and I'd really like to get more involved with it. I was always on the periphery, but now that I've progressed in prison with nothing else to do, I'd like to take every chance I get to, you know, do art in whatever form it might be. I did this on the inside of my buddy's arm.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
This is the coolest one.
Isn't that cool?
Yes.
Super cool.
This-
I want to do that in spray paint. On my buddy's arm.
Is this a nun?
That's a nun licking a pistol.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's what I was doing.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
It's perfectly ripe.
Oh my god.
Are you crying?
I almost did. I almost cried. Eating an avocado. I was this close.
Happy prison day to you.
Hey, so day 3 since my release, and today was the day that I started going through everything that I used to own before going to prison. What is important, and what should we let go of?
I'm just starting to really notice the way I've been programmed, for a lack of a better term. Now that I'm out here, I realize that I was just waiting for somebody to tell me when to go work out, when to go to the gym or to go outside. And so for a whole day, I just told myself I don't need permission. I don't need permission. You can do what you want. I've been out of prison for 16 days now, and I still have moments where, I have baggage from prison that I've started to unpack. It showed up the other night. My sister's husband, Jeff, his parents came over. We had great conversations, and then they wanted to play a card game. In prison, the majority of violence that I saw was over poker. So I had to excuse myself from the card game. That's kind of been my life for the past 2 weeks, is discovering that life after prison takes some work. Tomorrow is a big day. I'm nervous. I'm really nervous. It's going to be wonderful.
This whole situation has felt like an episode of The Twilight Zone. This is the moment where this whole situation becomes real. My family is on its way here. Finally being able to see them, I can be a part of this family again.
Hi, Mama! Rosie! Come here, puppy! How have you been? Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Mama! I miss you.
Don't you ever do that again.
Okay.
Don't you ever.
You're wearing the same thing you were 2 years ago. I've been waiting for you. Oh, I love you so much. I love you so much.
I got a letter from my cellmate, and he said that they took somebody out of the unit on a stretcher, and the day before that he had passed out toilet paper to everybody.
So everybody.
So everybody, yeah, and that was in the unit I was
Yeah.
in. So, well, let's go inside.
Okay.
I feel like I've been carrying around just a backpack full of rocks. It's like the burden, of not seeing the people you love. And when you finally do and you can finally connect with them, it's everything.
That's what I did. Yeah.
You say a prayer again? I'll say it. Lord, we just are so grateful, and our hearts are bursting with the joy of being a family again.
When you're a parent, you want your kids to release them into the world, and we didn't get to do that.
Yeah, he's been fighting this for 10 years.
I'd love for this to be that moment that he can take and run with it. and be successful.
I'm not kidding. Okay,
This Christmas tree has been standing for too long.
So it's been up since he's been in prison. I refuse to take it down.
The three have to be together for us to celebrate Christmas, and that tree is the symbol of that.
Here's Philip as a 1-year-old in '93. How things have changed.
How things happen. I was just gonna say that.
You know, I see a lot of baggage that he's carrying, and I just can't wait to like watch him leave all that behind.
I just got asked over a text message earlier, how was your day? And I told the person this is the best day of my life. And that's true, you know, like 2 years of just a nightmare. And then, you know, I can let it go. So it's just amazing. I love it. Love it.